At least 105 Palestinians, including seven aid seekers, were killed and 530 injured in Israeli strikes on Gaza within 24 hours. And the genocidal campaign of Israel continues. We meet to discuss that and more is Mustafa Jinadu. You're welcome to another show.
Yeah, thank you. So and also today with on this day, I think it's been about 74, and like you said, in the last 24 hours, 100. Then what's even more disturbing is that in southern Gaza, the main hospital is down to its last few hours, if not minutes, of fuel. Once that fuel goes, there's nothing they can do. These doctors are heroes. They're fighting in hospital conditions with no antiseptics, no air conditioning or anything. These guys are true heroes. And this thing is getting so bad that even I am ashamed that I'm not over there trying to help because as human beings, we're letting down these people. But there's not much, it doesn't appear that there's much that we can do because the powers that be, America and Europe, are intent on displacing these people and ending this genocide. And what's ironic about it is that they're bringing out a final solution for the people in Palestine, the same final solution that was brought out for Germans. And the way that Palestine and Israel were created was by the British to send these people there and colonize and settle this land. And they won't be happy until Palestine is cleared and they take all of it so they can continue their master plan of controlling all of the oil in the Middle East. The only place that they may not be able to control is Iran, but they want to surround Iran. So this is a very serious problem. And the focus we're going to have on today is what's the point of a ceasefire now for the U.S. and Israel since it appears like they can kill these people at whim? This ceasefire is just for lip service. I've always said what this ceasefire that they're going to have with Hamas really is for Hamas to bend over and or to kneel down and say, yes, you finally own all of our land and we can put a technocratic state there. Otherwise, I don't even see the need for America and Israel to sign a ceasefire since they're slaughtering these people and nobody's helping. The UN is complaining that um, there's no health products, there's no oil coming in, there's no aid coming into these people. But at the same time, they can't enforce an end to this genocide, this criminal activity. So, what are your thoughts, Falabi, about what I'm saying about there's no point in calling this a ceasefire? What it would be is just a total and absolute surrender of the people of Palestine. Then they can pack their bags and leave. Because I think that's what a real ceasefire is when you have two people fighting each other, like Iran and Israel, and then they have to stop fighting. But what this will be is just not even a surrender, a pure capitulation. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a pure capitulation. And if you look at this, there's Israel thinks they're winning this war, but my own opinion is that they're struggling in Gaza. If you look at it, they are facing severe military difficulties in Gaza, suggesting also that what their initial goals are not being met. Despite the fact that they're technologically superior, Israeli forces are reportedly bogged down by unexpected resistance. These Palestinian guys, they have a resolve and they are determined regardless of what
So,
Israel.
what you're saying is that they're actually fighting these people. So the thing is that they're just killing children because they're frustrated, women and children. Yeah.
Exactly, that's what I feel. They're getting desperate.
I haven't seen,
Internationally,
do you have any data? Which reports did you see that where they're fighting back? Yeah.
internationally, Israel is losing. It's a propaganda war, and the narrative
Yeah,
of
but I mean, you don't think that they're winning on the ground in Palestine?
they are winning on the ground, but their public relations is being battered. That's the way I
Okay.
see it. Their public relations is being battered. The narrative of self-defense is being challenged globally with mounting criticism over civilian casualties. And the force in Gaza is disproportionate. They're just killing everybody. There's no rule to the game. And if you look at
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that you can't call this a ceasefire then, because it's not
no,
really
it's not a
engagement.
ceasefire.
It's
It's
just
not a
one.
ceasefire.
Yeah.
And the ironic thing is that
Or,
it's
or not,
Israel.
they can't propose for a ceasefire. It's either they stop, but I think they'll only stop if Hamas agrees to say, okay, you guys can turn this into your own state and releases prisoners and stuff. Sorry, continue. Yeah.
Yeah, so and it's ironical because Israel requested the ceasefire, not Hamas. And a notable claim made by Israel is that they requested ceasefire, they have contradicted their dominant narratives. This suggests that maybe desperation, I don't know, the conditions of conflict on Israel's
Well, here's
part.
my theory. You want a
Yeah,
ceasefire, right? You're
yeah.
calling for a ceasefire, but you're still killing women and children. You're still bombing
Yes. The
Not you.
vulnerable,
So my thing
women
is
and
that
children are the
usually if
most
there was going to be a
vulnerable.
ceasefire, it doesn't mean that you're going to end the fire. But it seems like they're mercilessly pounding. It's like me punching on someone, boom, boom. Now let's have a ceasefire, boom, 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 boom. Even if these guys sign a ceasefire, they're gonna continue clearing Palestine because what I'm trying to say is that what they're trying to do is ethnically cleanse that area, and it's no
That's
secret.
it.
Um, there's no secret. Netanyahu has said it. He said that either we kill them all or we all move them out. Trump has said they should leave rather than die. That they should leave and then go into the desert, into the Sinai. I think that's the ultimate goal. So all of this talk about ceasefires and things, people shouldn't pay attention to it anymore. It's not relevant. The question is, when will Israel and these guys stop? I think the only thing that's going to make them stop is if all of the people of Palestine pack their bags and move to the Sinai. As long as there are Palestinians anywhere in Gaza, they're going to continue killing them unless there's an international outcry. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I agree with you. And what Netanyahu is doing here is very similar to what Slobodan Milosevic did when he was ethnically cleansing Serbia, the butcher of Belgrade.
Yeah,
And it's not different. Israeli drones and helicopters are preventing civil defense and paramedics from reaching bombed areas. How callous can people get? And the humanitarian situation is just callous. And then if you look at the way they are displacing the Gazans and the Palestinians, a combination of airstrikes, starvation, air blockade, it's like there's a deliberate strategy to make Gaza unlivable. And it's obvious. He
yeah.
said it. It's a cleansing, ethnic cleansing. This is not different from what happened with Slobodan Milosevic in Serbia. And this is genocide written all
I think this
over
is
it.
even more brutal. This is
It's
more
even more
brutal because at
brutal,
least
yes.
within that one, there were people fighting back. So we don't know how this is going to end because I don't think this can continue going on for much longer before there's massive casualties of death toll in Palestine because they don't have fuel. There's no electricity
There's no
for
fuel,
the
yes.
hospital, no electricity anywhere, no
Yes.
hospital. So
Hospital facilities are
this can't continue. So
overwhelmed.
either the world is going to there's going to be an outcry, or maybe Israel will follow through with a ceasefire for 60 days to allow some things to come in. Then they'll start again. They might give them a breather. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, they might give them a breather. And the way it looks, if Donald Trump supports Israel in pushing for a ceasefire for political gain, not peace, I feel it won't last. It's not going to last.
Yeah.
If he returns
You
to
can't trust
hardline,
anything Trump says anyway. Yeah,
yeah,
you can't trust anything. Yeah, yeah.
you can't
All right,
trust
so we're
what
going
he
to keep
says.
our eyes on this. There's not much more to say except to keep our prayers with the people in Palestine. What are your
Palestine.
closing remarks? You can take us out. Yeah.
I feel if Trump returns to hardline ideas like US control of Gaza or forced relocation, Arab states will resist and the region may become even more stable.
I'm not sure about that because it doesn't seem like Egypt and Palestine, Saudi Arabia or Qatar, those countries don't seem to care.
Here.
That's just my own opinion, but we'll see. All right, take us out of Falabi.
Okay, another brilliant show has been discussing uh, air raids by Israel, more air raids by Israel to pound Gaza and the Palestinians, and the genocide continues. And from me and Mustafa, we'll be back again sometime.
Thank you.